All right, come on, come on. Now, if we can just get Chicago to do this.
So amazing. Everyone, please welcome to the show, Ty Smith.
What is really on Fokios and Fokuramas? I'm Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man. Welcome to my channel, Model Renaissance Man. If you are someone that's been subscribed to my channel for a long time, double check to make sure that you are. But if you are fairly new to the channel, get an idea of what this channel is about. What do? Go to my channel, click on playlist. All these different things I do on this channel. See all these different thumbnails? Those are all different categories of things that I do on this channel, from comedy to cooking to DIY when it comes to fixing cars. There's a lot of things I do on this channel. So check the channel out in its entirety before you subscribe. I'm pretty sure you'll find something on here that you like. What's going on, everybody? Make sure y'all do everything I told you to do at the beginning of this video. Follow me on all these platforms you see posted up here. That is the right spelling for that. I know it isn't spelled right, but it is the right spelling. All right, so I want to bring this news to you guys because I think it's very important, because hopefully other cities will follow suit after this. What am I talking about? The migrant crisis, of course, because a lot of these people that are pouring into these cities that consider themselves to be sanctuary cities, most people that are coming to these cities, I'm not saying are bad, but the ones that do come into these cities and they are committing all these crimes. We just lost a beautiful American here in Georgia because an illegal decided that he wanted to take her life. And y'all, I don't even want to get into the depths of that because it pisses me off this even knowing that if this had not been an open border like it is, our fellow American sister will still be alive right now. Right now. Well, you don't know that, Ty. Yes, she would be alive right now because we had the border way far more astronomically, way more under control than what it is right now. And then we have to sit there and listen to people look y'all in your face and lie to you and tell you border is secure. Border secure. Ask Kamala Harris, how's the border? I can tell you right now that when it comes to the border, the border, Taco Bell border. You know the border? Yeah. But I can tell you, Joe Biden is doing a good job. And a bunch of bull crap. It's exactly what they do, looking right in your face. Mayorkas, how's the border? The border is secure. It's secure. Get the freaking heck out of here. Anyway, thank God that somebody had the balls to stand up and want to make sure that their citizens of their city is safe. Check this out.
A Colorado town pushing back on the surge of migrants arriving in Denver, which is about 50 miles away, unanimously voting not to be a sanctuary city. Officials in Monument, Colorado, passing a resolution to not accept any buses from Denver carrying migrants, saying they just can't afford the cost and they will not use taxpayer funds. It comes after nearly 38,000 migrants arrived in Denver over just the past year. That is more than any other large city per capita in the country. So let's bring in Monument's Mayor, Mitch LeKind. Mayor, thank you so much for giving us some of your time. First of all, just in your own words, what does it mean for Monument officials to make this declaration?
Hi, Nicole. Thanks for having me. Our decision is not about discrimination or being anti-immigrant. It is about upholding the rule of law and ensuring the safety of our residents and making sure that our taxpayer dollars are being spent effectively.
And I think it's important to point out this passed unanimously. Were you at all surprised that there was no votes against this? Everybody agreed to this.
Not too surprised. The budget is balanced. There is no money set aside for the kind of issues that Denver is experiencing. It was never brought up during our budget workshops. So sticking to the fiduciary obligation we have towards our residents, it does not surprise me that we were all in agreement on how our money was going to be spent.
You know, and Mayor, so many American cities right now are being impacted by the migrant crisis. As I said at the top of this, Monument is only about 50 miles away from Denver. Do you think this resolution will stop what's happening in Denver from happening in Monument, or is this more about trying to slow what could ultimately be inevitable?
Well, I'm hoping that it will stop it. I'm hoping that Mayor Johnson has heard the message. It's been broadcast multiple times. However, a city just southwest of us by about an hour and a half, Canyon City, has already received 2 vans from a nonprofit of illegal immigrants. And we're hoping that the smaller communities like ours in Canyon City are not going to be impacted by what Denver's doing, which is they're kicking out these immigrants after 42-day stays up there, and it's really not sustainable.
Mayor, what would you like to see from the federal government?
Well, the federal government needs to take action. They've had the ability to take action all along, and they've not done that. They've allowed the borders to remain open, and they need to shut them down so that we can all collectively figure out how we're going to deal with the influx of the immigrants that have already crossed in.
You know, and Mayor, there are a lot of critics of this type of legislation, this type of resolution. There's an ethics complaint that's been filed against you, allegations of misuse of taxpayer funds. It's an unrelated matter. But do you think this latest migrant resolution could cause critics to take a closer look at everything you and your administration is doing?
Oh, I hope not. I don't. No, I don't think so.
And do you think enough is being done by the government to try to address this? We know that there has been attempts to try to address this. There hasn't been a lot of progress made.
Well, I don't know what the federal government is doing on a regular basis. I know they've been in communication with various governors. Even Governor Polis was at the White House this past week asking for the government to step in. I don't think they're doing enough quickly enough to avert the amount of people that are coming in.
All right. Well, the mayor of Monument, Colorado, Mitch LaKind, thank you so much for your time.
See, people like that, hats off to them. Like the man said, it has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with immigration or migrants or people that are here legally, blah, 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 blah. He said it has nothing to do. It has everything to do with what I keep on preaching and teaching. If it's some simple, logical things that if you just took heed and listened to it, it makes sense. He wants to protect the citizens of his city, of his town, first and foremost. It is so easy to understand that a kid can comprehend this logic. You supposed to, as a leader, that's why the Bible is so good with a lot of principles in it, wisdom in it. You're supposed to take care of your house first. The Bible says things like, if a man don't provide for his own family, he is worse than the imbecile. The Bible also goes on to say things like, how can a minister take care of the church when he doesn't have his home in order? In other words, everything that you can learn from being a father, being a husband, taking care of your home, a lot of things you can learn from being in that role can definitely flow over into you taking on more responsibilities in leadership. And I don't care what they try to tell you. I don't care how they try to, well, it's a whole lot more. When it comes to a lot of people that are in politics, that same exact logic can be applied to it. As a husband and a father, I put my life on the line to make sure that my family is taken care of. Period. I made sure that my family was provided for, even though I was a full-time student in college and on a scholarship from doing track and field. Go to college, 7 o'clock, first class. College class is all done by noon, 12:30 latest. Then we had track practice from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Then after that, hit the shower, drive over to the furniture store that I worked at from 4 o'clock to 10:30 or 11. Come home, put my son on his leg, rock him like this, doing some studying. All the way to 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. But I made sure that my family was provided for. If it would have took me to work 2 different jobs, I would have done that to make sure that my family was provided for and that they were protected and taken care of, period. So I learned a lot of wisdom in being a father, in being a husband. You learn patience. You learn how to guide. You learn how to lead. You learn how to teach. You learn how to teach self-preservation. You learn to teach them to be self-sustaining. As a husband, you learn to be patient. You learn to listen. You learn so many different things. You learn how to guide. You learn how to comfort. You learn how to protect. And all these things were taken care of in my home. If I did not do those things, and yet I made it to where other people just came into my house and I put all my attention on everybody that came into my house and not my wife and not my sons, I would have a problem. Well, it's a little bit more. I get what you're saying, Ty, but it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more meticulous than I say what you want to. It's a reason why that Bible has us learning a lot of things simply from being in our own homes. And what this man is doing right here Hats off to him. Make sure those that you are leading over are taken care of first before you try to help any and everybody else. Unfortunately, this White House administration doesn't understand that logic because they letting anybody come in here and look what they're doing. They are coming in here and acting like it's their country. And you know what's funny? Y'all can get pissed off. Some of y'all act like it's not your country. See, I won't be tolerating anybody like I won't be tolerating anything like that. Coming to me and trying to act like I owe you something, you entitled to something, I'm gonna let you know real quick. I'm not the one. But what do? Oh, look at them. Look how they're talking to. I'm gonna talk trash back. You better recognize what country you in. Call the police right now. This fool need to recognize what country he in. I don't care what you say. Recognize what country you in. Call the police. Well, Ty, the police ain't going to arrest him. I don't care. The whole point is to let them know you're not going to run over me and talk to me and do and say whatever you want to me like you think you can. I'm not the one. Anyway, y'all, have y'all hit that like button yet? Y'all know I do the 5-second rule here. 5-second rule. Hit that like button right now. Come on, hit the like button. It's almost down to 1. Come on, we getting to 0, folks. Hit the like button. Hit the thumbs up. Anyway, what do you guys think about this mayor here taking it upon the leadership that he should be doing to make sure his city is protected? Also, do you think that Brandon Johnson should take something from this guy's script right here to make sure the citizens of Chicago are safe and okay? You might say, yeah, Ty, but at the same time, Brandon Johnson couldn't even do that before the migrants got there because brothers were still getting shot left and right, babies and children, all getting accidentally, well, I want to say accidentally, well, yeah, it was accidentally shot, stray bullets, crime and everything like that. So to Brandon Johnson, what's new? Do you think that the city should revolt against Brandon Johnson to where they can do something where they can possibly have a recall on him? And that being said, don't forget to hit that like button like I told y'all to do already, and also get into your cell phones. Would y'all please let somebody know about this channel and encourage them to subscribe to this channel. Ready to hear y'all thoughts on this in y'all comments. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.